Will Vultures 2 ruin Kanye's legacy? Obviously, Vultures 2 just dropped the entire album, not just the single slide that we thought. And we also have a new listening party announced. We're going to talk about all of this and how this will affect his career, because obviously, this is not what we expected. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. So after we initially thought that Vultures 2 wouldn't see the light of day on this Saturday, August, 3rd or Friday, August 2nd, as we thought, we actually did get the single slide first. We also had the info through that there was going to be a new cover, which is just the old one in worse and deep fried quality. Why? I don't know. But then all of a sudden the entire album dropped. So we have the album Vultures 2, and we should all be very happy. This is what we've been hyping up to for an eternity at this point. But the problem is, the album just isn't that good, just not as good as we expected. Now, I'm sure you've all seen those opinion pieces and comments about people completely butchering the album, and I believe the only positive things come from the people that haven't heard the leaks. And I mean, that was kind of what I wanted to do, but obviously, most of the stuff is literally the versions we've had months ago. And it's crazy how it took this long for an unchanged album to come out, at least most parts. So let's talk about the album real quick before we talk about how this can affect his career, because I believe that is the biggest question. And we also need to question some fundamentals of, Vultures collabing with Ty, this whole newer Kanye version we're seeing right now. But let's talk about the album real quick first. As I said, we got it, 16 tracks in total, a little more than the track list we had on Yeezy.com. He also did a live stream. It's all up on YouTube. You can listen to it for free, basically, if you don't have a digital streaming platform. But we do have a couple of songs in here that weren't that bad. Slide was pretty good, Promotion 2, and some more, kind of surprises on there that are hidden, though, between all of these layers of just butchering songs, of having really bad mixing, of just mumbling verses from Kanye, and of Kanye using AI to fill in gaps. And it just shows laziness, it shows not caring about the music, it shows no attention to detail. It's really remarkable how they can put out an album like this. So stuff like Time Moving Slow, Fried as well, even though I see a lot of people talking about that most positively, but you can't tell me that the mixing on Fried is the level that we wanted it to be. My Soul, the last track, is also just panned to the left side. Why is this still happening? And I know we've, in the meantime, gotten info that it's getting updated by the hour. That's the way it always is. You've had months, though, to update the versions of the songs that we got. Why are we getting updates within a couple of hours of release? This is crazy to me. How can this happen? And at this point, I'm not even wondering anymore about the whole mess that was the website, about some sort of erroneous date getting announced that was then taken down again just to be posted again. And we're like, this can't happen. You should have people that kind of watch out and make sure things are running smoothly. It's not a one-man company by Ye that is just kind of like messy. But they're all messy. I don't know. They're all lazy. I can't explain this. As I said, besides the mixing that most people are also criticizing, we've had mumbling on 530, which is literally just the leak that we've had the entire time. Also on Maybe we have some mumbling. We have AI filled in verses on Lifestyle, on My Soul, on Sky City. So it's really just, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to feel about this. I was so hyped about this record, and then we're getting this. What I did want to mention, though, is, for example, Husband. I didn't like Husband at first. It was this weird dichotomy that I was in between this is kind of cute, but this is also just not really great. But then, though, the second half of Lifestyle, which he butchered, by the way, for some reason I like that. That outro, the Husband outro on Lifestyle. I like that. It reminds you of Nights on the Moon for obvious reasons. But for some reason, that was a beautiful moment. I can't even explain why, but it was kind of nice. I also like the changes that they made to Forever Rollin', even though Baby wasn't that great. But Kanye's part was quite nice, so it's not all trash. And I do believe if somebody's listening to this for the first time, they might enjoy some of this. I mean, promotion is also pretty good, even though we have that 8-second Isabella, interlude before that, where they even spelt the name incorrectly because it was referencing Ty's girlfriend, but she spelled with a Z and they used a S. How can shit like this happen? And obviously, in general terms speaking, Vultures 1 was better. I mean, we can probably say that. And maybe with some of the fixes that are getting updated now, this will kind of be on par. But the things that I wanted to touch on real quick and that I wanted to enter into a discussion with you guys in the comments: do we need to question some fundamentals about how Kanye works nowadays, with, unfinished stuff getting announced, then nothing being changed up until the point that it drops? Is it the whole team that he's got around him right now? Is it that he's distracted with other stuff? Maybe, I don't know, Bianca, maybe various Yeezy projects. And is it maybe also Ty? Is that collab just not the best possible version for Kanye? Do we need to question the fundamentals of this Vultures thing? Is this the best Kanye that we've seen? No, Kanye was better as a solo artist. And I do think he could really, get back to some old greatness when he decides to maybe go solo again. This is not against Ty in any means. I like him as an artist. And I thought V1 worked quite well too. And I thought the symbiosis of the two and the chemistry was not that bad. But I mean, it obviously ends up on a collab album with multiple features that somebody like Kanye as a solo artist doesn't shine through as much. And I don't know who it is making the decisions of leaving on mumbling parts, of replacing stuff with AI, that made the calls, if it was even Kanye. But, if it is, then I don't know, we could talk about, I don't want to say fall off, but at least somewhat of a lazy period right now. But if it is somebody else, Kanye maybe got to relocate, maybe got to look for new people who are in this thing with him. Because this right now ain't it. And I believe that if we get the same story with Vultures 3 again, and we just never see him step up to some old greatness that, was never really up to the nostalgic feeling that a lot of people had, because he was still great up until maybe Vultures 2. So, I'm not saying this in a way that is playing down anything he's done, but I'm saying that he has worked better in the past. And I believe we need to look that truth in the face pretty clearly and recognize that, and not try to talk it, kind of talk ourselves out of it. So I do believe that this album ain't it, and we need to question if what he's doing right now is really the best for Kanye. And if this will not maybe shine a bad light on all of the amazing classic projects that he's done in the past. So, let me know what y'all think about this. Let's have a discussion about this, because I believe this is the real questions we need to be asking after this project dropped. So let me know all your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.